Hello, and welcome to my review, read-along, book talk, something like that, of this book, Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. This video is going to have a non-spoilery section in the beginning, and then later I'm going to show you the footage of while I was reading the book, and that's going to be full of spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just watch the beginning of the video. I did a book talk video about the first installment of this series, SCYTHE. I'll put the link down below just in case you're interested. If you don't know about this series, it is about a world set in the future where there is no more death. There is no more illness. We have overcome all of that stuff. Technology has become so advanced that people don't die anymore. But in order to keep the population down, there are these people called SCYTHEs, and it is their job to kill or glean people so that, the population stays in check. This is the second book in the series. It is called Thunderhead, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. In short, I'm obsessed with this. I am absolutely obsessed with this. This book had everything that I thought the first book lacked. What drew me into this series in the first place was this premise of this post-mortal world where people were in charge of killing other people. It blows my mind and it makes me think. I love that. The issues I had with the first book were mainly that I thought the world building could have been a little more thorough, I guess. I feel like we just scratched the surface of what this world was, and I wish that they would have dove deeper into it. And also there is a little bit of a romance in the story, and I also just wasn't really feeling that romance. So those are the reason I didn't give the first book a super high score. And then going into this book, without spoiling it, I just think this book fixed all of those problems for me. I barely have anything negative to say about this book. I loved it. I think the world building in this, it just goes so much deeper into it. We get to really feel what it's like to live in this world. I think it's because in the first book, the point of view is only from two SCYTHEs. So you only get the point of view of someone who is training to be a SCYTHE. In this book, we have so many points of view, so many different stories that are woven together so beautifully. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love all the new characters that they introduced. I think what I loved about it the most was that we got to know the Thunderhead a lot better. The Thunderhead is kind of like the cloud that we have now. It's a sort of AI that has become sentient and kind of fixes everything for humans. That's what the Thunderhead is. If you have a question, you can ask the Thunderhead. Thunderhead will answer you. The Thunderhead literally does everything for humans. Provides for everyone. Makes sure nobody is going hungry. Nobody has financial problems. There's no problems in the world because of the Thunderhead. It is the big mama who takes care of the whole world, basically. And of course the Thunderhead was present in the first book, but it wasn't really mentioned that much. Here, we get to know so much about the Thunderhead, and it is so fascinating. If you love a little bit of philosophy, and if you love to think really deeply about humanity and the future of humanity, read this book. It is insane. It is so good. And I know I gave the first book 3 stars, but just read the first book and then read this one. This series is now one of my favorite series of all time. I am not kidding. This book destroyed me. If you watch the rest of this video, you will see me break down. The way everything comes together in the end blew my mind. I haven't been this mind blown by something that happened in a book in years, many years. This is one of the most, the ending, I swear to God, the ending. There's that moment in the book where suddenly everything clicks together and your brain just kind of explodes. Prepare for that if you're gonna read this. It's so good. And also, I thought this was gonna be the last book in the series, but apparently there's gonna be a third book, because when I finished this, I was like, this cannot be the ending. I am so excited for the third book. But I think that's gonna be it for the non-spoilery section. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just goodbye. Please read this book and then continue this video, because now we're going to move into the read-along portion of the video where you can watch me read the book and react. And afterwards, I just want to wrap this up and just tell you my final opinion, my very spoilery opinion. I know I just started, but I'm already excited because the first thing we see is a freaking letter from the freaking Thunderhead. right off the bat, Rowan is freaking awesome. He's so cool. Good morning. I am really enjoying this book. You know how I said in my SCYTHE review that I wasn't really feeling the romance and I didn't really like Citra and Rowan together? Well, now, for some reason, I'm enjoying it. I read the scene where they're seeing each other again and I just felt it. I was just so into it and I am so happy. Also, I love how it's really quite dark already, like how they're after Rowan and stuff. It's really scary. And then lastly, the Thunderhead. The pieces about the Thunderhead are really unnerving in a way, because the Thunderhead is so perfect that it's like suspicious. Like, I feel like the Thunderhead could end everything, but apparently they wouldn't do that because the Thunderhead is like perfect, and so they won't do anything to hurt humans, but like they could, and it's just, the Thunderhead unnerves me. And it seems like Tiger is becoming a scythe, or an apprentice, or, well, we don't really know yet. This is, suspicious. But I'm so excited. I hope nothing bad happens to Tiger. I really care about Tiger. So I just finished part 2, and I'm on part 3, probably like 150 pages in, and I'm still really enjoying it. Another thing I really love this time around is all the new characters we get, and how everything, like, there's just so much going on. Like, you have Tiger's story, and then you have Grayson's story, and like both of those I'm super into. Like, I need to know what's gonna happen to them. Like, I care about everyone so much, and I love spending time with these characters, and I love also all the new sites that we're getting to know, because a lot of them seem shady, and like they all have like their own little weird quirks, and it's just, the characters are so good. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm just thinking about this world again. A part of me is jealous of the like world they've created, and like how the Thunderhead kind of rules everything, how people don't really need jobs, how people are provided for regardless of what they do. Part of that is so attractive to me, and I'm just like, what a great idea, what a great world. But then, you know, there's also the fact that I feel like there would be so much apathy in the world because like there's no pressure to do anything. Like, you don't have to get a degree, you don't have to get a job, you can do whatever you want. And you're not going to age or not going to die from old age. All of these things that people worry about in our lifetime are just gone. Like, there's no such thing anymore as financial problems or job problems or health problems. Like, they just don't exist anymore. And that's just, I just had a moment where I was just like, I want to live there. That is just so amazing. That's like utopia. It's so good. But then there's other parts that are just like, I don't know. But like, the more I learn about the Thunderhead, the more I'm like, the Thunderhead is so good. Thunderhead provides for everybody, so there's nothing to worry about. It's such a chill life. So like, it's like making me think too much. I don't know. I would like to live in this world, I think. I remember when I was reading the first book, I didn't want to live in this world, but now I'm just kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm changing my mind. I don't know. It's making me think a lot. It's making me think. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. I am just falling in love with the Thunderhead. Who knew that was going to happen? The Thunderhead is so nice. Just listen to this. And each time I witness a cruel act by a corrupt scythe, I seed the clouds somewhere in the world and bring a lamentation of rain. Because rain is the closest thing I have to tears. I do have to say though, I am having a little bit of trouble remembering some of the new characters' names. Like, there's so many new sites that have been mentioned in this, and like some of their names are similar. There's like Scythe Rand and Scythe Brams, and like I keep confusing the two. Sometimes I find myself having to go back a few chapters to like remember who everyone is. But aside from that, I'm still like so into this. I'm cooking. I just came home from work. It's really late and I'm just cooking, but I read some stuff at work and I'm so happy. My boy is back. This book just got even better. If you've seen my review of the first book, SCYTHE, you know that my favorite character was the villain, Goddard. Goddard? I still don't know how to pronounce his name. But he's my favorite character. And he came back, didn't he? He flipping came back. He did it. So I read it this afternoon on my break. And then I kind of forgot about it because, you know, I had to work. And then I came home and I started cooking. And then like all of a sudden it hit me. Oh my god, I'm excited. I need to keep cooking though. But yeah, like I'm just so excited. I'm in like 300 something pages now and I'm still loving it. Just loving it. Although I think my favorite character this time around is probably the Thunderhead, which I don't know, I did not see that coming. Wait, can I like put you down? Ah. So, the Thunderhead's freaking amazing. Like, I was so terrified of it before I started reading, but like more and more I'm just like falling in love with it. The parts about the Thunderhead are so beautiful and like sometimes really poetic. I love it. Also, I finally figured out like who is who, because in the beginning I was kind of like there's too many new characters, but now like I know who everyone is. This book, man, I hope I can finish it very soon. Yeah, that's my update for today. Oh, actually, wait, no, that's not all for today. I feel so bad for Rowan. Even more so, I feel bad for Tiger. Tiger was one of my favorite characters, and he was. Why did they do this to him? I mean, I should have guessed. I should have known. They were like raising him as like livestock almost. I'm upset. Don't you love how you kind of get like an insight into my Japanese cooking? I'm squeezing the liquid out of the tofu now. Anyways, I'm upset. I don't really know totally what's going on exactly with like how Goddard and Tiger's bodies are like, I don't, because like they threw Tiger's body away, then what if Tiger is there? You know what I mean? I'm really confused. What I'm imagining is grotesque. Anyways, I think that's gonna be about it. I need to continue cooking. Good night. So I think I realized what I like about this book so much better. In the first book, I remember feeling like I wanted more. Like, I wanted to know more about the world, and I felt like there were too many things left for me to guess. And this book is just giving me all of that. Like, I remember after finishing SCYTHE, I was just unsatisfied in a way because I didn't feel like I got to know the world properly. Like, I just felt like we only got a tiny little glimpse into this world, where this time around, we know so much more about the world and the rules and the society. And I'm just so happy about that. I'm so glad I decided to finish this series. Ugh, it's just so good. It's just so good. So, I have been reading for the past few days. I have not really been recording, but as you can see, I'm here. I just finished the part where Citra won the inquest against Goddard, which is great. And yeah, man, lots of stuff has happened. I don't know what I've talked about and what I haven't. What I've been loving SCYTHE Rand's storyline. I loved her relationship with Tiger. I don't know, I really love those scenes. And then the fact that Rand's kind of like regretting it a little bit and kind of like, you know, like she's got doubts and stuff. Like, I love where that's heading. I also love the whole storyline with Faraday and the librarian girl. They're looking for the land of Nod, and they may have found it, and it's like, I don't really get exactly what's going on, but like, I'm intrigued. It's very mysterious, and like, I'm down. And then like, apparently the Thunderhead found out about that, and that's like a big deal. I felt so bad, like how the Thunderhead felt betrayed about like not knowing something. Like the humans kind of like made him faulty, and like, it's just, it breaks my heart. My god, it breaks my heart. There were a couple things that started to bug me a little bit. I was kind of getting a little bit sick of all the political stuff. Like, you had the conclave that kind of took a long time, and then there was the thing that I just read about where like they went to Endura and they had to like do their political stuff, and it's just like, you know, I don't know, I wish it would have been interspersed with some action somewhere else about something else, but I don't know, that part just went a little slow for me. Also, I wasn't really a fan of all of the like bickering in between, like when the sites were on break and they would just be like bickering about stuff. There was that really annoying character who kept hitting on Citra, and I was just like, why is he a character? Like, it just annoyed me. And then there was like SCYTHE Beyonce, and I was just like, fine, whatever. Like, you know, like that stuff just, I really wasn't there for it. But aside from that, I've really been enjoying it. Now that Citra's won the inquest, it kind of seems like, well, everything's fine now. But everything's not fine, because there's all these little clues that things are not fine. Things are not fine on Endura. There's the fact that Rowan is there and like people are still out to get him. And then there's the land of Nod. That's kind of like gonna come into play somehow. And then I keep thinking about Grayson Tolliver. I love his character, and I was like, he's probably gonna come into play somehow as well. I'm hoping. Like, I feel like everything's gonna come together in these last couple pages, and I'm so excited. So I'm just gonna keep reading now. Yeah, okay. This is insane. This is like giving me anxiety. All the Grand Slayers are like gonna die. This is insane. Everything is getting messed up. Oh my god. I'm like getting so anxious reading this. The whole island's gonna sink. This is like my worst nightmare. I'm terrified of the ocean and I'm terrified of drowning, and this is like messing with me. Oh dear Lord. It's full of sharks. There's a helicopter, and I bet Goddard's in it to laugh at them. I knew it! I knew Goddard was gonna be in the helicopter. Of course he was. Oh, they all gonna die. Not today, Frida. Damn. This was a lot. Like, I knew stuff was gonna go down, but like, this was a lot. Wait, what? What?
Kingdom Huxley is coming! Oh!
I knew it.
But did you hear that? Like some people actually attacked the factory?
What do you mean attack the factory?
They attacked the factory who's making the video.
Why?
To get it earlier.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Do you want to just come in here and talk about it? Do you want to talk about it?
They include Toy Story, Baymax, Frozen, Pirates of the Caribbean, and etc. etc.
I'm glad you're happy.
Best game ever.
Really?
Yeah, and will be the best one forever.
You kind of interrupted me in a very emotional moment.
I'm very sorry.
Everyone is dying.
In the last pages.
Wait, what? No. How is this the end? This is not the end of the series, isn't it? Is this the end? I thought this was the end of the series. I'm starting to feel embarrassed about how often I cry on my channel, but like, this is me. This is what you're getting. Honestly, I'm just happy that Grayson got to talk to the Thunderhead again. It's powerful, man. I'm gonna need some time to process this. This was good. This was insanely good. And like, compared to the first one, it doesn't even compare. Like, the first one was alright, but this one was incredible. I'm gonna need some time. I'll talk to you later once I've kind of calmed down, because right now, goodbye. And we are back. You have seen me cry over this book. I think it's pretty obvious how I feel about this book. That ending, when the Thunderhead started screaming, my heart broke into 1,000 pieces and I lost it. I could just imagine it so vividly, and even now thinking about it, I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. You know, like how suddenly all the alarms were going off, and then all humans suddenly realize they've been marked unsavory. That's powerful stuff, man. And then Grayson Tolliver, who I love so much, the book just finishes with, Grayson, we need to talk. And I'm just like, we need to talk about what? What we gonna talk about? Because, oh my god, just the whole idea of like how humans pretty much created God, because the Thunderhead is good and like perfect in every way, and then he just marks everybody unsavory and people can't talk to him anymore. And then the Tonists, who like finally found the great resonance, like that moment that was the moment when everything clicked together for me. When every little like thing, I was like, oh my god, this is what all of that is. Humans have created God, and God has now had enough. And Grayson Tolliver is Jesus or something. It is insane to me how all of that like came together. Because I remember in the first book, I was a little bit confused as to why they keep talking about the Tonists, because like in the end they didn't really seem to have that much to do. And like the fact that it all makes sense. Everything that has happened since the beginning has come back and been important. And like just it fits so well together. When Scythe Curie went to the top of that building and like started cleaning people, and then she was like, finish it, and like all the Scythes would just clean themselves. My heart. And how she saved Citra and Rowan in the box thing. And like, I like Citra and Rowan together now. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe I'm just in a better mood. I also really just love every single character. There is not one character that annoyed me. Oh no, wait. No, that's not true. Scythe Morrison. He annoyed me. He was just like, why was he in the book? And now I'm kind of like, maybe he's gonna come back in the third book and become important. Because otherwise, why was he there? You know, like he was just there to be annoying. Like, no. Aside from that, I loved everybody as a character. Like all the characters were really great. There are still a few things that I am wondering about. First of all, we never really learned what happened with Scythe Faraday and his librarian girl. They were going to the Land of Nod. They kind of found it. I'm not sure. That's probably going to be for the next book, but like what happened with them? And there was another thing that wasn't resolved. But I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it. But anyways, there's some little things that just weren't really resolved, and like, I need the third book, basically, is what I'm saying. This book turned the whole series around for me. Like, this is now one of my favorite series of all time. This is obviously a 5-star book for me. It's one of my favorites. Please let me know what you think about the Thunderhead in the comments. Not enough people have read this book. I don't know why. I don't know why more people are not talking about this. And also, tell me what you think's going to happen in the third book, because I am very intrigued. I feel like it's going to be about the Land of Nod. But yeah, anyways, I think that's going to be it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Goodbye! Why do I sound like Markiplier?